what if my data center infrastructure was a little more self-aware and took a little bit more active role in staying healthy? That might be useful in times like this. If your infrastructure could maybe be self-managing to some extent, maybe self-healing to some extent, and maybe even self-optimizing, those would all be good things, in kind of a modern AI-controlled infrastructure. So if it could tell you how to improve its own performance or optimize its own resources, and maybe even predict its own future growth needs. These are all things that would be really nice to have in the data center. And what's really amazing is that today, if you have HPE infrastructure in your data center, you kind of already have the foundation to enable this. The HPE ecosystem that kind of knits this all together is known as HPE InfoSight. Now, HPE InfoSight came to the HPE ecosystem through the acquisition of Nimble Storage. And since that time, HPE has been expanding InfoSight to really encompass its entire hybrid IT kind of ecosystem, all the things that make up its hybrid IT offerings. So today, not only does InfoSight support Nimble, but it also supports 3PAR, Primera, which is the newest member of the HP storage family, SimpliVity, which is the hyper-converged offering from HP Enterprise, and then also servers that fall into either the Synergy or Blade system, kind of bladed compute paradigm, or the standard HPE ProLiant or Apollo servers. All of these kinds of infrastructure are now supported to some degree or another within the HPE InfoSight ecosystem. InfoSight provides global visibility into the current state of all of your infrastructure. Dashboards and drill downs let you see and explore your infrastructure, and it's a single cloud hosted portal, hosted by HPE. You're not paying for it up in the cloud, things like that. So first and foremost, global visibility. Kind of the second thing that rolls along with this, and this is what the Nimble customers really appreciated, was the simplified support experience. All of the warranty and support contract information is right at your fingertips, allows you to do end-of-life planning and asset management, and also assists with firmware and patching recommendations. So those are some of the very, kind of customer-facing and instantly acknowledgeable things that InfoSight can do for you. But what's really cool is what's behind the scenes. InfoSight's predictive analytics engine is always observing and correlating and learning from the data that it's receiving across the entire installed base of HPE infrastructure. It uses this data to automate support case generation, provide preemptive recommendations, and even blacklist certain combinations of software and firmware to head off known issues. These kinds of things are paramount to protecting your data availability and integrity as you move forward in more of an automated data center environment. So what do you need to get started with something like HPE InfoSight? Well, as I said, you need some HPE infrastructure, some HPE gear, but anybody that is running Nimble or 3PAR or Primera storage should already be using HPE InfoSight. If they're also running VMware, they really should take a look at the cross-stack analytics that help optimize and provide more predictive capacity and performance information, for the VMware and storage ecosystem. For people that are running HPE SimpliVity, the hyper-converged offering from HP Enterprise, those environments are supported with versions 3.7.8 and beyond. I think the most current version is somewhere in the 4.x area, so most customers are getting to the point, if they're staying current on upgrades, where they can enable InfoSight capability within SimpliVity. And we can help if you're struggling with that. Now, for HPE ProLiant and Apollo server customers, as long as you have something that's Gen 8 or newer, what you do is you use this on-premises tool called ILO Amplifier. It's a little VM that runs in your environment, and what it does is it talks to all of the ILO ports on your servers and aggregates all that health information and funnels it up to the InfoSight portal. And so that's where you get the dashboard information on all the health, the warranty, and all that information. And if you choose to use the agentless management system that can embed within the bootable operating environment of those servers, you can even get some security notifications for things like login attacks, denial of service attacks, and things like that that might only really show up at the OS level. So it's a super powerful environment that kind of runs in the background and provides you notifications of things that might take you forever to find out on your own. Really kind of that self-aware, self-healing, and self-optimizing kind of future automated data center that we're all kind of hoping for.